Well, the leaves are changing. It feels a little more like fall, but we are still tracking the tropics.
Yeah, even if it's warm, it looks like fall, right? Meteorologist Rachel Dunsing is here with more. And Rachel, the leaves match your graphics back there with that red and all those different beautiful colors.
Yeah, unfortunately, here's just another reminder. Hurricane season runs through the end of November, and yes, we're already tracking our next storm. So this is Tropical Storm Rafael. It's in the Caribbean, south of Jamaica, and it is expected to get stronger, strengthening into a hurricane by tomorrow, by Tuesday. Now, by Wednesday afternoon, Rafael could make landfall on the northern tip of Cuba as a Category 2, wind sustained of 100 miles per hour, before eventually moving into the Gulf by the middle and end of the week. Now, fortunately, it is expected to weaken as it moves toward the Gulf Coast, but of course, we're going to watch it closely. So of the more than 1,700 tropical storms and hurricanes that have formed in the Atlantic Basin since 1842, 125 of them have occurred in November. Now, 125 storms is still a lot, but in the overall scheme of hurricane season, that only accounts for about 7% of all named storms. You see the peak August, September, and October. Now, since Rafael is expected to be a hurricane, let's break things down a little bit farther. Of all 61 hurricanes to form during the month of November, 36 have been Category 1 hurricanes, 15 have been Category 2s, 4 have been Category 3s, 5 have been Cat 4s, and there has been one lone Category 5, and that Cat 5 occurred in 1932. It was at its strongest point from November 5th to November 8th and would eventually make landfall in central Cuba as a Category 4 November 9th. By the way, North Carolina has also been impacted by a hurricane in November. On November 2nd, 1861, a Category 1 hurricane hit somewhere around Morehead City with winds estimated around 80 miles per hour. So remember, I've said this already, November is still part of hurricane season. If conditions are right, tropical weather can still develop. And Wes, we've had tropical storms and hurricanes hit the United States during the month of November, and it does look like we're going to be keeping an eye on Rafael for a little while.
Yeah, you mentioned one of them. One of the 4 hurricanes to hit the U.S. in November in recorded history happened back in 1861. There have been 3 that have hit Florida. 40 years ago, Kate hit the Panhandle in 1985, so it's not out of the ordinary. It's not totally unheard of, but it's very, very rare. And this one we're watching right now, likely no impacts on North Carolina.